Hey guys, Popflame Plays here, back at it again with some more Galaxy, and today, it's a long time coming, we're going to make a tutorial for actually playing the game for new players, because, well, yeah, it's been a long time coming. So today we're going to do, and we are here with this lovely little wasp and my Galaxy. We're going to show you how to get from here in this wasp with the real impact to here, big dog, top of the game, spamming super capitals, everyone knows your name. That's just going to be what this video does in general, is show you the basics of getting started in Galaxy so you can climb through the ranks, progress, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Now let's just get started. So, first off, we're going to open the menu, and you're going to, by default, have a wasp and a worm. Now, I don't have my wasp for some reason, so for whatever reason, if you lose it, the wasp is free. You go to your build ship menu, hit miner, and then you have the list of miners. Wasp will be first. And what you're going to want to do is ignore it entirely. See, there's a little cheat. Hit the enter codes down by your credit and the loyalty, and type in Tango. Now, I already used this code, so it's going to come up with an error, but everyone else, if you haven't used it already, it'll give you a free Tango, which is the next miner on the list, so you don't have to do anything. Now, code failed because I already have the ship, but this is what it's going to give you. It's going to give you this Tango right here in the spawn list, except your spawn list will only have 3 ships, the Wasp, the Worm, and the Tango. Mine has... You're not going to see mine is all. And I'm sure some of you players that aren't new, like, aren't just playing this game for the first time, are already going to know this stuff, and it's going to seem a bit redundant, but this is the Tango. And what you're going to do, you're going to go up to an ore, and I'm going to hit W to speed up, S to slow down, A to rotate left, D to rotate right, and click anywhere on your screen to turn your ship in that direction. And it's going to move in that direction if you decide to. If you bring it under 10 speed, and there's a little speed gauge right here, it's going to stop entirely. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get up close to one of these ores so that your mining lasers, these things right here, can shoot at them and mine for you. And you're a miner, so you have an ore hold which will be filled up whenever you mine. And this is probably the most important thing in the game, next to your warehouse. So, here we have left small mining laser, and that should say right small mining laser, but I guess that's broken. But either way, you can either manually click one of these after selecting a target ore, which is what I just did there for you, and it'll start mining, or you could hit 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, depending on what number it has next to it. So I'm going to hit 2, and there's our second turret, mining. And so we're just going to go up real quick, and I'm going to talk to you about a few things while we fill our ore hold right here, and I'm just going to leave it up there for you guys to see. Now let's get up closer to this ore. Galaxy is a game about adventure, PvP, economy, and, well, when it comes down to it, making friends and having fun, although the community can be a bit toxic at times, so there are definitely some places and people you will meet and will get to know and want to avoid, and others you will make friends with, or you can just decide Galaxy isn't the game for you, so that's fine. But this is the video for those who think Galaxy is the game for them, which is why we're here to begin with, is because you wanted to learn the basics. So, here it is. You're going to have you could press spacebar and leave the seat, or there's this leave seat space thing that you can click to leave if you're under 10 speed. So here's your health. it's divided into two categories, shield and hull, and it tells you how much maximum you have and how much is left. Now I'm at full health, so it says 600 out of 600 shields, and the same for hull. But that only matters when you're being attacked in combat, so doesn't really matter right now. So here, we're going to finish up, and we're just about to fill our ore hold, and when we do, it's going to say ore hold full, and the icon is going to turn red like you're out of line of sight or out of mining range. Now here it says ore hold full underneath each of them, and there are multiple ores, multiple different types of ore you could mine. Some fill up your ore hold quicker than others. So we're going to want to come back to our base here and dock. There's a little purple button with a T next to it that pops up. You can click the button manually and that'll dock you, or you could press T on your keyboard if you're on a computer or laptop, and it will dock you again. Now, once you're docked, if your ship is docked to the starbase, which for some reason it doesn't seem to be docking, there we go, you can get out, walk in, and there's going to be a new option that pops up when you open your menu, and that is dump ore. Now, you're going to hit dump ore, and for newer players, you're going to want to transfer the ore, although selling ore will give you credits directly. But either way, you're going to transfer the ore to your warehouse. And you're going to do the exact same thing a few times until you have enough ores to build the next miner up, which is going to be the Hornet. And you build that, once again, through the Build Ship menu in the Miner category. And it's after Tango, and that you don't need a specific big level warehouse. But this is where larger miners come in handy. You will need a larger warehouse to build them. So once you have your Hornet, you can spawn it and mine with it, and then you can get bigger miners like the Advanced Miner and the Industrial Miner, and your current goal is to get that Industrial Miner because that's the best big miner for newer players. But it costs a higher warehouse level. So say you've mined a lot and you have the resources and the credits to buy the industrial miner. Now you're going to run into a problem, and that is your warehouse can't actually fit all of the materials in it needs for some ships. I believe the industrial miner is one of them, and we can just check that right here with the cost command, which will actually come in handy when looking at ships without the menu out. So you type in cost with this little colon symbol up there, colon cost, space, and then the name of the ship. Now we're just going to start it with industrial, and it's going to autofill it. Industrial miner, and it needs a level 2 warehouse, and you're going to start off with a level 1. So you're going to open the menu at the Mega Base, which you can get through the teleport menu, although the option doesn't pop up because we're already here. And there's going to be this upgrade warehouse icon you see right here. You're going to click it, and do not worry about it right now. That cost, my warehouse is a level 29, and it wants me to upgrade to 30 for 250,000 credits. But that's because it gets more expensive as you go by a lot. But for you guys, it should be no problem with just a few hundred credits to upgrade it to level 2. So you're going to get a few hundred credits, upgrade it to level 2 for whatever the cost is, and you're going to build the industrial miner. Now, when you upgrade the warehouse, it has a bigger capacity to hold ores, which is the whole reason you did upgrade it. But now let's say you have your industrial miner, which you got from the build menu under the miner category. You're going to spawn it, as usual, and mine with it. Very simple. Now, the thing is, it's a bit of a redundant, repeating process that some people might find boring, but this is barely any of the game. It's just a necessary part of the game is all. So you're going to get into the seat and you're going to see, being a bigger miner, this has higher health, is a bit slower and bulkier and doesn't turn as well, but it doesn't have more small mining lasers. It has two mediums, and because the mining lasers are of better quality, they're mediums, you can mine at a higher range. Now, 5,000 is out of range for us, so what you're going to want to do when an ore is out of range, you're going to hit the warp ready button or press V, and a little menu is going to pop up. And as that bar gets higher, it's going to tell you you're going to warp further. Now, you could hit activate, you can hit this button with your mouse and it'll warp whatever the orange bar is at, or you can hit cancel, or you can press V to warp and S to cancel. The longer you warp, the longer the cooldown to recharge your warp drive is. But because we have medium mining lasers, we have a longer range. This silicate ore being 3,000 studs away is no problem. We can mine it from here. And not only does it mine faster than small mining lasers with just these two, you also have a larger ore hold of 1,500. Now, an ore hold of 1,500 is going to pull in multiple thousand credits every time you fill it up and dump it at the base. That is, if you sell it. If you transfer the items, you will still get a lot of items, just not for the amount of money you would get from selling it instead of transferring. So let's just finish mining up this ore here, and we're already almost to the point where freaking, what's it called? Tango was at. So we're gonna finish up mining, and this is gonna be a bit more time consuming to mine, although I guarantee you it's totally worth it, and larger miners also mine faster, and the Galaxy actually mines faster than the industrial miner and fills up its ore hold faster. So in the time it would take an industrial miner to make a full run to fill its ore hold, a Galaxy would already be filled and make literally 10 times the amount of money. So here we are. About halfway there, a bit more. And let's just say that's fine. We're at 900 credits. We're gonna turn around now, and we're going to go back to our base just after like 1 or 2 more beams, just to get those last credits, those juicy credits. Gonna rotate our ship a bit as well, just to let the mining lasers have a line of sight. Just gonna be slowly heading over there, or you could warp to the base if you want to be faster. And here we are. And you're gonna get up close, and when you do, you're gonna dock like with all the other ships. And it's going to be, once again, the same process as earlier, but with a larger ship and larger turnout for your efforts. So this is totally going to be worth it. Now, once you've done a few mining runs with your industrial miner, you're going to want to build more ships, like a small set of combat ships for you to start off, and then you're going to start upgrading your warehouse. So you're going to dump ore and sell it this time, because instead of transferring, selling will give us credits, and some ships, most ships actually, have a credit cost, a manufacturing fee. I can't speak, guys. But most ships will have a manufacturing fee of credits along with materials. And so, once you have a small set of combat ships, now this part of the video is mainly verbal, once you have a small set of frigates and destroyers and maybe even cruisers, you're going to go back to the mega base And using your money, you're going to start upgrading your warehouse until you have like a level 5 or even level 10 warehouse. And that's when you hit the grind for a larger ship. And that ship would be, of course, I don't know if I still have it actually, but that ship would be the Rorqual. Now, let's see, that would be under ours, so we should have it right here. So I do have the Rorqual, and this is what it's going to be like in the power gap from an industrial miner to a Rorqual. This is going to be your mid-game goal, and I just fell off into space. Wow, wow. Smart move. Your short-term goal is the industrial miner, your mid-term goal is the Rorqual, and your long-term goal is the galaxy. So this is the Rorqual, and I'm just going to show it off. It has much higher health, 3 medium mining lasers, which doesn't sound too good, but it really is, and a pretty decent range. Now you're going to get closer, like, there we go, under 5,000, and then start mining. Now, what's good about this is it has an ore hold of 5,000. This is going to be pulling in much more than the industrial miner for every mining run you do. Now we're not going to fill up its ore hold because this is going to take too long. But we're going to make some effort just to fill it up a tiny bit. Now it is going to fill up a lot faster. We already have 270 space taken up in it. So we're going to run back to our base. And this is finishing showing off basically the Rorqual, which you're going to get midterm. And we're going to sell our ore. And then we're going to show you the galaxy, which is your end game goal. You're not going to get this fast. I will warn you, the galaxy is nothing like any of the other ships in the game. It is among the super capitals. So it's going to be much more difficult to get with a credit cost of 2 million credits but no resources, so you don't need warehouse levels for it. But here's how you get to the galaxy. You buy the orca miner, and we have it right here because we're so lucky enough to have already gotten the galaxy and gone through getting the orca. Now the orca, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. As with the other miners, it's the same concept. You go up to an ore and you mine it. It's that simple. So it'll show us what terminal it's at. Terminal A, we go through the elevator, or we use the teleport menu. And it's still docking. We can't teleport to it while it's docking, so we're just going to wait for it to finish up docking and go inside. Now the orca, I'm going to show you just a bit of mining in it. Is going to be much better than the Rorqual, because as miners get bigger, they get a bigger power gap between them. It's going to have 6 medium mining lasers and an ore hold of 7,500, so it will be mining at literally twice the Rorqual's speed, and it's also going to get more credits for every run, and it's going to make your life much easier. This is the ship you're going... Some people, they don't go after the galaxy. They get this ship, and then they stay with it, and it's their biggest miner forever. Because they don't think they can... They don't want to bother going through getting the galaxy, because maybe they don't have enough time to grind for it, but most people end up getting the galaxy with the orca. I'm sorry for all the stuttering. I stutter when I'm hungry, and I haven't eaten too much today. Yes, hunger stutters are a thing. So wow, look at this. We've already filled up over 1,000 of our ore hold. Now, the reason I'm still showing you these miners instead of having ended the video with the industrial is to show you that the game does get bigger and the miners do get much, much stronger. And you don't stay with getting a few thousand credits, and it is possible to get millions upon millions of credits like this. And I will also have you know that Galaxy, you should already know it, but Galaxy does save your progress when you log off. It's not one of those one-time things. So anything you had previously on Galaxy, you will have the next time you log on. There's no data wiping. The only thing that doesn't change is starbases, and I'll make a separate video for starbases. But let's go warp back and sell that, and then I'll have to show you the galaxy, and that's going to end off this short video of, well, I say short, and it is shorter than a lot of videos, but it's still pretty lengthy, and I'm sorry about that, but once I show you guys the galaxy, that's going to have to end it for the mining tutorial, because I think about by then you've about gotten the basics of how to make money in Galaxy. Now, this is what I said, or I believe I mentioned earlier. Some ships take a very long time to dock. There's a lot of starting and stopping and moving around, so this is definitely slower than some of the smaller ones. So you're just going to wait here and let it dock. You could stay in your seat if you want to. And let's open our menu, dump the ores, and you know what, why not transfer it? And we're going to spawn our galaxy, and this is going to be the end game, end goal, big boy monster miner. It's the biggest miner in the game, mines the fastest in the game, and it has the highest credit income. It fills its ore hold in a minimum of like 2.4 minutes. 2.4 minutes of mining, and it's already filled up. And it makes a baseline of about 13,000 credits per run. It is amazing. It has 20,000 health total. It's slow, but it has 4 large mining lasers and a whopping ore hold of 10,000 credits. And through transferring at 30% loyalty, it can make about 26,000 credits with every mining trip. Although I highly doubt many of you are ever even going to stay on long enough to get 13% loyalty to a faction, or 30% loyalty, but that is how much it makes. And this, I'm sure you guys recognize it because it's the ship we started off on in the video. And I think it's only fitting we're going to end the video there. Alright. And let's just fly right over to the orb. And that's going to be it for this video, this quick Galaxy tutorial for mining to get new players started off. It's been a long time coming, and we're going to get a trading and economy video out there next. But that's going to have to do it for today. Pop Floyd Plays, signing out. See you in the next video, friends.